This is a 1970 Mustang Fastback. Let's take it for a drive. This is a fully loaded car. It's got a 351 Cleveland 4-barrel. It's a true 4-barrel. With 4-barrel heads, 4-barrel intake, all original Cleveland. I'm not saying that the car's it's not original to the car, so I want to be clear to that. But it is an original 4-barrel Cleveland, which is kind of a big deal for you Mustang enthusiasts who know your Clevelands. It's got the Cleveland 4-barrel, true 4-barrel heads on it, 4-barrel intake, which is kind of a big deal. It's got power disc brakes from the factory, power steering. It's an air conditioned car, and the air conditioning has recently been serviced, rebuilt, so it is blowing cold. Of course, the heater's blowing hot. And this is a really sharp car. It's not perfect, but man, it is sharp. Right away, I'll go ahead and point out a couple of quick flaws as I'm driving it. It's got a little bit of an exhaust leak, and we put a new donut on there, but what I really need to do, let me get on it first. It really needs to go over to the muffler shop and have that repaired. We just have done so much other stuff to this car, and that was kind of the one thing that got left out. But it's inexpensive, and whoever buys the car can do it. The other thing though is that the transmission is acting a little funny. The engine runs fantastic, but the transmission needs to be serviced. We honestly don't know that it needs to be rebuilt or not. It needs to be taken to a training shop and be serviced. It's still driving good, but it's slipping a touch. Either the detent cable's not kicking down like it's supposed to. It may not be that it's slipping per se, as it's just not shifting right. It needs to have an adjustment on the linkage done. We take the cars only so far before we put them up for sale. But I mean, here I am doing a driving video on it. So, but I always do these videos so that I can be honest about the condition of every vehicle that we put up for sale. So I'll get on it again. You can hear. I mean, it's got good power. It's not slipping. I've got look at the pedal about halfway there. It's driving really good. Now, if you shift it out manually with a manual shifter, it shifts perfect. If you get down there and you just go 1, 2, 3, it goes fine. It's just wanting to go from first to third, and like I said, I think it just needs an adjustment. And I think if I took it over to the transmission shop, it probably costs a couple $100 to just to get it adjusted and aligned correctly. The alignment on the car is great. You can see right now, I'll put my finger up, drive the car with one finger, and it tracks straight and true. Steering wheel tracking straight and true. The car drives great. It's a great driver. It's absolutely beautiful, and it wouldn't take a whole lot to take this car to, if you want to call it a show car level, which I never do. I'm a driver kind of guy. I like driving my cars, so I don't take those extra steps to do those show car things that some guys might. There we go. I got on it a little, spun the wheel out. It's got great acceleration. But like I was saying, you know, I never take my cars all the way to show level because I want to drive them, and I don't want to be worried about it while I'm driving it. I want to drive it and enjoy it. gonna pull over here at the parking lot and get out and just show you around the car. This thing is sweet. It's got a nice looking new paint job on it. It's got the Boss style stripes. Of course, steering in the parking lot perfectly around tight corners and everything. It does have seat belts in the front. Got a nice aggressive sounding exhaust. Of course, it's got these fun toys there. It's got a very nice looking engine detail to it. It's very clean. You can hear the engine just runs great, but it does have that exhaust leak, and that of course sounds, you know, like crap. I hate that. I'll turn the air conditioner on while I've got the hood up, and you can see that the compressor's all been rebuilt and brand new. Let's see, cool on. Now you can see the compressor's going, and it does blow cold. I mean, it blows cold. I'm going to turn it off, and then what I'll do is turn it back on so that you can hear the fan. So the fan works on all 3 speeds. It's got a radio. The radio sounds really, really good. I just had it put in. It's brand new. I had it custom done by Fritz Audio here in Peachtree City, and he did a really great job putting the Blackmore speakers here in the back, and they sound really good with the brand new, you know, factory replacement style Mustang, so that we could keep it original looking. It's also got the iPod connection under that's sitting right there, which is really, really great. So this is a rust-free car. I haven't found any rust on it at all, which makes it really, really beautiful. If you've ever messed around with these things, they're a lot of fun. You got to spin them until you get them just right, and then turn. And that one did it on the first try. Praise God. So here we have it, 1970 Mustang Fastback. Of course, it's got the Mag 500 wheels on it. Super straight body. Paint looks really, really good. I mean, keep in mind, like I said, this is not a show car, but the paint is in great shape. I'm trying to think of any flaws that I've seen on it, and I haven't. There's probably are going to be some, because I am driving the car. Really, the only flaw with this car is it needs to be taken to the transmission shop, find out what's going on with the tranny, and get that fixed, and get that exhaust fixed, and you have a freaking great car. Because everything else is great about it. Tires are great, the wheels are like new, the Mag 500 wheels, it's got power disc brakes, it's got power steering, it's got ice cold air conditioning, the body's straight, it's got no rust on it, it's got a new exhaust, and I say that, it's not that new. I say it's got a new exhaust, and then I'm thinking, wait a second, if it's got a new exhaust, why would it have an exhaust leak? So, but it is a newer exhaust. I'm not sure why they didn't fix that exhaust leak. Totally rust-free undercarriage. I mean, the floor pans on this thing are original and in great shape. Trunk pan in great shape. Very, very clean undercarriage. It's got had a good recent tune-up.
Actually, the guy that I got this from owns a mechanic shop, and they went through it. And you know, but it was his toy, so when it's kind of funny. It's like, you know, the old saying is the shoemaker's kids run barefoot. And even though this guy owned a mechanic shop, he made sure the engine was great and all that, but he never got around to messing around with the transmission. And this was kind of just his toy he played with every once in a while. And it's kind of like some people are. Some people just don't drive their cars, but I drive my cars. Perfect in time for Christmas. Absolutely beautiful. Grabber blue. Stripes look good. This is a hot car.